Forgive me. I was lost in my thoughts, as usual. I've found myself in something of a quandary. Yours is an opinion I'd gladly hear on the matter.
Of course. What's on your mind?
I fear our unwillingness to make difficult decisions is doing more harm than good. I regret straying from Mistra's instruction. All the suffering around us. It is our fault. I am reconsidering taking a more drastic approach.
You think I've been holding back this whole time?
My apologies. I shouldn't place my own guilt onto your shoulders. I'm afraid to say I have been holding back. Every single day. We both know the orb I carry inside me is powerful enough to burn away the Absolute's blight in an instant. But what stays my hand? Obstinacy? Misplaced morals? Simple fear of dying? You? The inevitable has been delayed far too long already. No more, I say. It's time to make a stand.
But it wouldn't only kill Absolutists. It would kill everyone. You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. This is the burden we must carry. To condemn the few to save the many, or Baldur's Gate will only be the first city to fall. The day will come when I lose control of the power within me anyway. There's nothing you or I can do to stop that. God's damned if I'm gonna let it be for nothing. If Mistra gave me one purpose, it was this. To destroy Baldur's Gate and the Absolute with it.
Please, Gale. You're better than this.
So gentle. You think saving him will stop the bloodshed? It won't.
Look at it. Father's favorite, all lost and wandering. Have you forgotten the way home? Should I set your lapdog to screaming? That could help you find the way.
What have you done with Gale?
Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Bhaal's temple. I will save him for you. We can peel his corpse together once the Banite is dead. Then we duel, a sweet slaughterkin. The winner claims the stones. Bhaal's true chosen. The loser rots on his altar. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Bhaal's doctrine. So will your friend.
So, this was Orin's intention. A combat against a fellow scion of Bhaal, witnessed by the Lord of Murder himself. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
I will not be Bhaal's chosen. He cannot claim me.
His blood cannot be denied, slaughterkin. Neither can I. But first, you must make gutspill of the tyrant. But listen close, Bone Killer. Come to my temple before you turn Gortash to carrion, and I will ready your friend's corpse to greet you. Bhaal is waiting, slaughterkin. Do not disappoint him.
That bloody freak won't get away with this. That's my wizard she took. And we're gonna get him back.
Orin thinks Gale's abduction is an ultimatum to kill Gortash. Foolish woman. As if I needed more reason than I already had.
Gale has lived under the threat of death for some time. But Orin will make him beg for it, if we give her the time.
That face thief Orin's made off with Gale. We'll need to rescue him. Unless we actually intend to kill Gortash for her.
Orin has made off with Gale. We must rescue him. Unless you wish to kill Gortash for her.
Damn it all! We've got to get Gale back. If that means killing Gortash, nothing would give me greater pleasure.
Yes?
I need to ask you something.
Ask it.
You fought in the Temple of Bhaal before. Would you be able to find it again?
You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a Baalist to lead us.
Well, Minsk was good at tracking Baalists. Have you thought any more about how we might find him?
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
The guild? You'd throw your lot in with thieves?
Nine Fingers is much more than a thief. Nothing happens in this city that she doesn't learn of, sooner or later. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
All right then, join me.
Flattered as I am, you're fully supported as it is.
Lae'zel will leave.
Then let us be about it.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed.
Oh, but surely we're safe with one of Nine Fingers' big strapping boys to protect us. That's her sigil on your ring, is it not?
Eyes to yourself, elf.
Careful. That's High Harper Jaheira you're speaking to.
Jaheira? The same Jaheira who burned down Fugal's tea shop? I saw that fire. Very big. Strange smell.
The fire was his own fault. Bad enough he was adding silk root to his brews. But he stored it poorly too.
Nasty little tea man. Sold me some of his rotten leaves once. Made me feel slow and stupid. All better now, though. Go on then. If the guildmaster doesn't want you in her hall, she'll tell you so herself. In you go. Before I change my mind.
same side, friend.
Wow, look who it is! Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketteric's coffers. Ready to do some business?
How did you escape Moonrise?
I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play.
Well, it's good to see you again. What are you up to this time?
Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time.
Fine jewelry, lifted fresh from rich fat fingers.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Uktar. We're playing host to a hero. You owe me a gold piece, grandmother. When I heard you died out in the wilderness, I made an offering at Kellenvor's well.
Of gold? Oh, I did not know I meant so much to you, Guildmaster.
No, I'm terribly sentimental. Case in point, I've just let a harper walk through my guild hall, noticeably unholed. Because I'm curious about why you're here and who it is you've brought with you.
Hi there. I'm a friend of Jaheira's.
How nice. You won't find many of those in my guild hall.
We won't tax your hospitality too long, Nine Fingers. I'm searching for Minsk of Rashomon.
A big name, that. Such information does not come cheap, High Harper. Not in normal times. Of course. Seeing as these are not normal times and we're all such good friends, I'll do better than tell you where he is. I'm bringing him here as we speak. Or parts of him, at least. I gave no orders about the condition of his corpse.
What treachery is this, Nine Fingers? Have you thrown in with the Absolute too?
Against my own city? Careful. You're in very real danger of hurting my feelings. It's Minsk who's found his faith with Faerun's newest god. And a new name with it. Stone Lord.
Lies.
It makes sense, Jaheira. We know the cult can be persuasive.
Minsk was never one to need much persuading. Not when it came to spilling my people's blood. In his short reign, the Stone Lord and his crew have earned a reputation. Pure brutality. No survivors. And where he mows my people down, this ripe little cult takes root. But not for much longer. We have word on where he plans to hit next. And he'll find us ready to hit back this time.
Nine Fingers. Estelle. Call off your ambush, tell us where he is, and we'll handle this.
We? I heard what happened to your harpers, Jaheira. I'm sorry, but this fight's too big for you alone.
We can handle this. Trust us.
I don't let trust tie my hands. That's why I sit in this very fine office. The Stone Lord's fate is sealed. We have a bigger war to fight. I'd rather turn our talk to that, but if you need a moment, Jaheira, well, you've earned that much. My guild hall is open to you. Have a drink, Jaheira. Have a rest. Just leave well enough alone. It would be a shame for the city to lose two of its heroes in one day.
Well, if she won't talk, someone here will.
You are not known to me. For supplies, seek the bugbear. To trade trinkets, the fetcher's brats. I am Uktar, duly elected guild bursar, and I will not have my time wasted.
Oh, is that what Nine Fingers was doing earlier? Wasting guild time with this Stone Lord business?
You might say so. I could not possibly comment.
I sense there is no love lost between the two of you.
I need not love to serve. You have a point you wish to make?
The quicker I deal with the Stone Lord, the quicker Nine Fingers gets back to business.
I have not come so far by indulging in petty disputes. But I am open to transactions of mutual benefit. I am interested in gaining access to vaults beneath the counting house. I'd pay well for keys to those vaults, provided said vaults are not emptied prematurely, of course. I suspect that what you seek might also be found beneath the counting house. I tell you this only as a matter of mutual interest.
She plans to ambush Minsk at the counting house. But what the else would he want there?
What you do with that information is a matter for yourself. Now, back to the vault keys. Do we have business to conduct?
Well, I typically wouldn't do this, but it's not like he's gonna use it.
Ah, a rather ancient patron of the counting house. He has accrued quite a bit of interest, I'd wager.
I've given you everything I have.
Then our business is done, for now.
There must be something in the vaults the Great Chosen are after. All the more reason to get there. Swiftly.
What do you know of the Stone Lord?
Only what we heard from Keen. He seems to have sprung up while we were out in the Shadowlands. The Stone Lord she described sounds nothing like Minsk. As for the name, well, a bad joke, perhaps. No? It was a statue, dedicated to one of the city's lost heroes. Only it was that hero, Minsk, frozen in stone for a century, and freed, the story goes, in the city's hour of need.
How could he have been stuck that way for a century?
Because who would question a statue to our friend? Thinking Minsk of Rashomon had returned to a hero's welcome in Rashomon. The few occasions I visited his monument, well, I took it as a moment for reflection. To think of old friends, and the fight I had to continue in their name. And during all my self-serious brooding, that big, dumb, insufferable buffoon was staring me in the face.
Don't worry, we'll save him. And it might not even take 100 years this time.
I hope you find yourself amusing, at least. Come then, to the counting house. Assuming Minsk has not since tripped and fallen into a demi-plane, or some such.
This Stone Lord and Minsk are one and the same. Jaheira's friend has taken a dark turn, it seems.
Minsk, the Great Ranger. He's alive and infected. Else, we need to act.
What's happening here?
Sorry, but I'm a little busy here.
Excuse me, madam. Hello. 4, 5, 6, 7. Have you seen what she's doing? Counting gold in front of a beggar. It's like eating bread in front of a starving child.
I'm sorry. Here.
Thank you, sir. At least some people in this world know kindness.
Is it worth teaching that snob a lesson? Nah, we have other things to do. Maybe later.
I was barely 8 years of age when I heard the counting house held mythical treasure.
Nothing more valuable than simple.
So, curious little Will tried to slip in. The guard spotted me straight away and dragged me by the collar back to my father.
I would smite them all.
Ha! You're talking to from the Grand Marshal himself. Quite the introduction to a life of crime. What did he say?
Oh, he pretended to be cross. But there was no hiding the sly grin that crept on his face.
Welcome to the counting house. I'm head clerk Mead, honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you?
You seem a little nervous, Sir Meat Honey. Had some difficult customers today? One in particular calling himself the Stone Lord, perhaps.
The who? The what? All right, fine. The head banker may have just taken a customer by that name down to the vaults. Rather large, rather heavily armed, which is against regulations. But I'm sure the head banker knows what he is doing.
I assure you, he does not. You are right to be nervous. But let us pass, and all will be well.
Well, who is this Stone Lord to you?
A friend. He might do something stupid down there, but we can help.
That would be most unusual. But then so is our visitor.
That he is. But don't worry. We can handle him.
Very well. Show the guards this temporary vault pass, and should my superior ask, keep my name out of it.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. A little mouthful will barely slow it down. Morrigan's cracked clay. There is no gold in here!
Meet Minsk. He still seems very much himself to me.
Minsk. Then the great hero is here.
You.
Stone Lord. Huh. Better to call yourself Stonehead.
Your false face does not fool my eyes. I will cut until you look like the monster you truly are.
Somehow, you are making even less sense than usual. Perhaps I can explain. The Stone Lord sees through your lies, shapeshifter. Count yourself lucky he cannot stay. Slarning shape changers! Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting. I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsk against us. I am sorry, but I am just tired.
Why? We know Minsk is alive. Now we just have to find him.
It is some defect of the mind, I think. To stubbornly insist you are following the light, even as you blunder through the darkness.
Hey.
Or perhaps the defect is mine. When I left Minsk to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsk would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face.
The cult has other ways of controlling people. Infection, indoctrination.
You think I flatter myself in believing it is my face alone that Minsk follows? Mahler mark me, but I find myself hoping he is that bold. Come then. We need a lead, and bullying this banker ought to make me feel better.
Oh, I guess, we should heal up Mom real quick.
As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it?
How much was taken?
Try all of it. Every penny of civilian lodgings, anyway. I mean, not like we'd lead him into the private vaults, but still. A lot of Baldurians waking up poor tomorrow. What he can do with that kind of coin doesn't bear thinking about.
It's all fun. Minsk believes a doppelganger to be Jaheira. He is being manipulated. I am all but certain.
Bloody jobs. Minsk is being tricked. By the hells, we've got to rip him away from that shapeshifter.
Yes?
Based on the tracks by the vault, I think Minsk might have fled to the sewers.
Of course. You're no true Baldurian unless you've sloshed around in the slurry, after all. The Undercity is perilous. But I recall Minsk making a home down there in the old days. To plant his boot on the very bosom of evil. Or some such. I'll mark an entrance, I know. From there, we shall just have to follow our noses.
Yuck.
These ledges are never going to balance.
All the coin seems to be there, if a little blood-stained. You lot are enthusiastic about your lord's work.
Our Lady. We serve only the absolute.
Wait. Flop all you wish, little fish. But Minsk has caught you!
On that note, good luck. The job will be done by the time you get to the Guildhall.
Against the darkness swarming his senses, a single light glows. Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Killed her.
He won't stay down for long. Tell your Elith to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
Don't be foolish. He is too unpredictable. He will only be a hindrance to us.
His unpredictability saved the city before. We need him.
There. It is done.
Jaheira? I do not understand.
Good. That means you're back to your old ways. We have a lot to discuss. But first, you have someone to thank.
In the sudden silence, your minds merge once more. More memories, sensations, but passing too quickly for you to track. In the same breath, you share everything that happened to you. The Nautiloid, the Absolute, the chosen of the dead three.
You saved Minsk. While he danced like a Mind Flayer's meat puppet. Why?
There's a fight coming. I want every sword arm I can get.
Then you have two, and as many more as I can rip from enemy shoulders. But I have more than Minsk alone to offer. He is... Where is he? My friend, from our brief sharing of skulls, I know you have faced many strange beings, but none like this. Whatever happens, show no fear and stay your hand. Trust in Minsk.
I do trust you, I think.
Minsk finds that the less thinking he does, the easier the trusting comes. Wait! I am sorry, my friend. I am at the mercy of your faultless justice. Now, if you must burrow through my blackened heart, I am ready. No? You are certain? Oh, such boundless compassion. You are all heart. And whiskers. And cute little nose. You are right, of course. There is still much evil for Boo and Minsk to stamp out. But we need not fight it alone. I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand? This is Boo. And Boo, meet you?
It is an honor.
No, it is a hamster. A miniature giant space hamster. Fear not, you will learn the difference in time. Those villains locked Boo away, lest his righteous gaze cause their tadpole to flee in terror. Now we are together again. All will be exactly as... Boo, why do you use such language? Once more, my hamster proves himself my greater half, and makes the path clear when my mind is fuzzier than his tiny bottom. He says we will join with you, and cleanse Baldur's gate of evil. Together!
It would be an honor. Let's go.
Your party remains full, and Boo is shy. But we shall sniff out your camp and meet you there.
Your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not, your fight is our fight, huh? Both of us. To the very end.
Minsk will be an asset, I'm sure.
He is an ass. I can make no promises beyond that. But even so, lead the way. We're yours to command.
A glimpse of nature. Like a sip of water to parched lips, Page Hera.
Baldurians think all druids to be hay-haired idlers, Halsin. Perhaps we ought not to speak of nature, but high art or politics.
I think on them also, but nothing matches the splendor of an ancient tree.
It is so. And should one favor bear form, that tree in particular makes for excellent back scratching.